So today is another exciting day because I have yet another Tremors entry to review for you. Alright guys, gals, and everything in between, I'm here today to review for you Tremors 3, Back to Perfection. So Tremors 3, Back to Perfection is the third entry in the Tremors franchise, and it stars Michael Gross as Burt Gummer again, and he is living out in perfection, and it appears there might be more signs of graboids. This film brought a lot of the side and supporting characters back from the first film. Obviously, Kevin Bacon and Fred Ward do not return. A lot of the side characters are brought back, and I don't remember their names, because again, they were just really small parts. We're kind of seeing where perfection has been this whole time. They turned perfection into a tourist destination. So they've got tours with this really bizarre kind of con man who's pretending like there's graboids around. You have the store, Chang's store, now being run by his daughter, and she's got all this basically Tremors merchandise that you presumably can buy. I've not actually looked. I really should do that because I would love to have some Tremors merchandise. Somebody, if you've bought Tremors merchandise that was in Tremors 3, let me know in the comments because I would love to buy some. Or I could go on an eBay deep dive and really screw up my bank account. Anyways, back at the ranch. This film is one of those ones that is a little iffy for me. A lot of people love this film, so I'm a bit in the minority on this one. People, including Michael Gross. Michael Gross has stated it's one of his favorites, obviously excluding the original. It's really his favorite, at least that's from what I've seen before and stories through the grapevine, that he has always loved Tremors 3. A lot of people have. I personally think it's just kind of mediocre. It's not a bad film, but it's not a good film either. It's just kind of that weird mid-ground. And one of the big problems that the film has is that while the other Tremors films used a lot of great practical effects, and this one still does and actually uses footage from the first Tremors, that is something that they recycle footage, but there's spots that they use awkward CGI that it doesn't make sense why they do it. For instance, El Blanco is this sterile graboid that Michael Gross routinely has to deal with. It is an allegory to the story of Moby Dick, and it's so on the nose to the point that Michael Gross even references, like, "Call me Ishmael." And I do like that kind of symbolism dynamic because it actually kind of flips the roles between the great white whale and Ishmael. And so that was kind of fascinating. But, for instance, anyways, I'm getting distracted. You see the graboid kind of moving. Like, they wanted to give it an organic motion of sorts, and it just looks really bad. The spots that are practical effects look great, but it's like the awkward motion, and of course the flying. They bring in the iconic ass blasters in this film, which I just absolutely love ass blasters. That clip could be taken and just used all over the place as just me saying I like ass blastings. So, yeah. I have a feeling one of my friends is going to do that on the internet as we speak when you're watching this video. The ass blasters are flying around, and it's basically if you took a JPEG and it's just almost exactly a still image, and you just kind of motion tween dragged it around on screen. Granted, again, the technology back then and their budget was extremely low, but the CGI portions just look really bad. On the other end, my biggest gripe, though, because I don't really care about the visual effects, I did need to touch on it a little bit, because again, the worm moving like this just, I don't like it. But, the side characters. The side characters in this film are absolutely atrocious. Chang's daughter and Jack, I want to say his name is, again, he's the definition of forgettable. Remember when they bring in like characters when they jump the shark, like they replace the husband and Married with Children, and she has that new husband that nobody cares about. It's exactly like that. He's basically the embodiment of that guy. But they're just two really annoying side characters. They're either dumb for the sake of the script, or they're just obnoxious and over the top acting all the time. It gets old, and Chang's daughter is just, oh my god. Some of her lines, I killed one. Oh yeah, I killed one. And her character's not redeemable. She works hard. She talks about how she works hard. That's it. She's just kind of the bitch. That's really the only way to put it. And then you got the handsome douchebag. And so that's one of my really big gripes, is that you're along for this ride with Burt Gummer, with Michael Gross, who's giving one of the best performances in the Tremors franchise that he has ever given. And he's dealing with these two lackeys that are just absolutely terrible. And so it just kind of drags the film down. But that being said, Michael Gross as Burt Gummer is absolutely iconic in this film. And he just embodies the character. He owns it up. And he just kicks a whole lot of ass. There's a really fun scene in the third act with a potato gun, and Michael Gross is just chewing up the scenery, and he's doing so good in it. I love that. That's where it's like I say, this film is mixed messages for me, because when that stuff's happening, it's spectacular, and I'm on my toes, just ready. And so Michael Gross really kind of carries this franchise. Actually, he does carry this franchise, and he does a miraculously great job. Especially, again, the potato gun scene is just incredible. I love it. It is compelling. The cinematography is on point, and Michael Gross is just killing it. There's another really great scene with Michael Gross and Douchey McDouchington, and they're basically a graboid's on the way, and the douchebag real estate agent is talking to him, and they're all frozen, and Michael Gross is going back and forth where he's like, shh, shh, and they're like, graboid, what? And he's like, just be quiet. He chews up the scenery again, and it's funny, it's entertaining, and it's scenes like that just make it worth it to watch. So, that's one of those ones that if you find the clips on YouTube, because they do exist, they're very, very entertaining to watch. It's just those through lines and the side characters really bring it down. I think if they'd have managed to get Fred Ward back, or just, have slightly better characters, it would have been a miraculously better film. It would have been one of the best in the franchise, but I think it does personally suffer, and I know there are a lot of people who disagree with me. It was really cool, though, to see all the old characters come back, of those side characters, because it really made it feel more connected, because a lot of the stuff with the straight-to-DVD Tremors films is that they don't really have any of the characters from the first one, and it's just kind of nice to see them there. It makes the world feel more alive. So, again, it's hard to rate these classic ones, but if I was rating it, as if it came out today, I would say that it is worth watching at a discount viewing. So yeah, if you want to rent this film or something like that, I think you'll have a good time. It's just one of those ones that if I'm gonna put a Tremors film in my DVD player or Blu-ray player, it's usually not Tremors 3 unless I'm very specifically wanting to watch for those great moments like the potato gun scene. Alright guys, gals, and everything in between, what did you think of Tremors 3? Did you like it, or did you not like it? And if you are one of the people who liked it, tell me why. Like, give me some specifics. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I got plenty more videos coming to you. Love you guys.